Hello and very welcome back to the second episode of my short trilogy of Diaries of Wildlife Photographer in Spain. And we're actually still here in the Pyrenees in northern Spain. And well, let me see, where was I when I started to tell you about my journey here. So yeah, about the little owls. On the first day and the second day we were out for the bee eaters. But the second day wasn't just finished by that, by only the bee eaters. Well, when we go back to the little owl a bit, I saw on the horizon a very beautiful blue bird flying by. It was about the size of a crow and was very, very beautiful bird. And I asked the guide afterwards, and he told me that it is actually a European roller. Well, never heard of that, but was beautiful. And I asked him, well, is it possible that I can photograph it? And he said yes. Actually, we have a hide for this. The main target on that is actually the lesser kestrel, but we also have some European rollers nesting there. And I was like, well, okay, guess I gonna pick that one. And yeah, actually it wasn't planned at all, but I liked that blue color bird that much that I said, yes, I'm gonna do that. And at that point, I didn't know at all what I had let myself into, because yeah. And I had no idea what the hide was like. But when I got there and I saw this big tower from scaffold, made out of scaffolding, and then the hide was built on there, and that hide was showing into a nesting tower, and all that was about on a height. The height of the tower was about 10 meters. And for a bit more understanding, I have to say that I'm afraid of heights. And that was exactly the height of building where everything when you're afraid of heights, and you feel the movement of the tower when you walk on it, when you do any movement there. And that was, well, that tower was really, really, really a nemesis for me. But well, maybe a very German attitude of mine, I said, well, I already booked it, so go in. And yeah, charge my nemesis, the heights. Yeah, it didn't get better when all the winds came up. I mean, that's very nice for the lesser kestrel and all the other flying birds when you have a nice wind going. But yeah, when I'm afraid of heights, I mean, yeah, not the best thing to do is going in such a height when it winds very much. But when the kestrel showed up and flew in the wind, I was able to suppress my fear and really enjoyed some hours with them. The nesting tower was a true wonder offered a big variation of species. Not only the lesser kestrel, also the European rollers, jackdaws, some little owls and some barn owls, but those both species I wasn't able to see. But they had some nesting there. And that was very, very awesome tower. And yeah, So far, however, I had not seen my target species, the European roller. But about an hour before I was picked up again by the guide, finally they arrived. And well, what should I say after all this action and fear for me also? And after about 9 to 10 hours in the hides on this day, I really looked forward to a nice bed and a warm shower, and then we got back at like 8 o'clock, 8:30, and I was really happy, and that was a very nice ending of the day. On the third day, we got up quite early again, not that early as the other days, but quite early, up into the car and out to the next hide. This one was actually a bit improvised one, but nevertheless very nice, built up from the guide. They really did some nice research, and the target species for this day was the hoopoe. And already at the beginning of the hide you could hear the typical sound of the hoopoe, and it was singing around in the trees, and we were like, yeah, that's gonna be it. We're really gonna be and really gonna make some very nice images, because that was very nice and very promising sounds there. And after about half an hour he came directly into the nest, which was a bit hidden, but actually at the wrong place, because the guide put up some very nice branch with some nice lighting in the morning, and it didn't actually flew like first time, second, third, fourth and fifth time. It never landed on that, just straight directly into the nest and just again out. But then at the sixth time it actually came on that branch, sat down there, and then the branch broke and the hoopoe and branch fell down. Well, the hoopoe was not very amused about that and just flew away. Then I did something I actually never do, but I just wrote our guide a message. Hide session is over, the branch fell down, and our fantastic guide Alex just wrote me, oh wait, I come back in 10 minutes. And really after 10 minutes he was standing right in front of there with some repairing stuff and a hammer, and put up that branch again. And well, that was amazing service, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much for that, if you ever gonna watch this. But actually it didn't came at all. Well, it came then once when it was repaired, and then for like 2 or 3 hours nothing happened. But what should I say? It really came back like 10 minutes before our guide picked us up again, and really got managed to take some shots. And all in all, I think I took about 2 or 3 images I'm really happy with. And well, what should I wish more for? I guess 3 images, very nice quote. So, day was saved and all happy. So that was actually it from the second video of this little triology of the Diaries of a Wildlife Photographer in Spain. I really hope you liked it. Just maybe give me some feedback in the comments for next series. I mean, this series is already filmed and processed when you watch it, but for the next series I'm very glad if you give me some feedback, if you like the episode, and yeah, just give me some feedback. I would really appreciate it, and I really hope we see you in the next episode of Diaries of Wildlife Photographer in Spain. And this time we're gonna go to the very highlight of this trilogy and the big final. And yeah, so see you in the next episode, guys.